What's up, y'all? Welcome back to ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And y'all, the Dallas Wings have fired head coach Latricia Trammell after 2 seasons, and I'm kind of surprised that they did this because in 2023, man, she led the Dallas Wings to the playoffs. They won 22 games. They actually won their first round series against the Atlanta Dream. And heading into this season, they had super high expectations. Unfortunately, y'all, Natasha Howard, she was injured. Satu Sabli, she missed a good chunk of the season. Maddie Seeger, she was also injured. So they were only able to win 9 games. And I really thought that the Wings front office were going to give Coach Trammell another season to kind of get this thing headed back in the right direction. But instead, y'all, they decided to go ahead and pull the plug. And now the Dallas Wings will be looking for yet another head coach, y'all. I mean, this is ridiculous, though, because the Dallas Wings, they have to start getting some stability with their head coach. We talk about Vicky Johnson, man. She got fired for 2 years. And now Latricia Trammell, she's been fired for 2 years. Obviously, that's not, how you build a winning culture, man. You would love to have a head coach be there for, 10 plus years. But the Dallas Wings have not been able to find that head coach for them yet. Hopefully, y'all, they get this next head coach right. Because when you look at what the Dallas Wings have, man, I mean, they really have a bright future. You talking about having one of the best players in the league, man. Enrique Gumawale, she is a superstar player, y'all. They need to continue to build around her. You also talk about having a rising star player in Satu Sabli. Now, here's the thing, though. They need to re-sign Satu. She is going to be a free agent, y'all. If they do not re-sign Satu Sabli, it's going to look really, really bad for the Dallas Wings, man, because they have to keep Enrique happy, y'all. They have to keep her happy. You don't want to get to a point where Enrique is requesting a trade because the team around her is just not up to par with the rest of the WNBA. Because as we know, this WNBA is very, very, very competitive now. These teams continue to get better, so you have to get better as well. You don't want to, take steps backwards. You want to continue to take steps forward, so they have to re-sign to Satu Sabli. I know, y'all, she's injury prone, man, but when she's on the floor, Satu is amazing. She's probably, when she's healthy, a top 15 player in the league. I mean, she's 6'4", man. She's so versatile. She can guard multiple positions. She's a good ball handler, a good three-point shooter, and she's only 25 years old, so they have to re-sign her, y'all. And then the other thing the Dallas Wings have going for themselves is that they have a 45.4% chance of landing the number 1 overall pick, y'all, which means if they get the number 1 overall pick, they will get to add Paige Beckers to this team. And my goodness, can you imagine a Paige Beckers and Enrique Gumawale backcourt? Y'all, they will probably be one of the most dynamic scoring backcourts that this league has ever seen. And even if the Wings don't get the number 1 overall pick, they're still gonna have a great shot, of getting a top 4 pick, which means they could potentially add like a Nisa Morrow, a Georgia A. Moore, a Kiki Iriafen. So the Dallas Wings, y'all, they have the pieces in place. Again, they need to re-sign Satu Sabli, but you already got a superstar player in place in Enrique Gumawale. Now you have to find a head coach, man, that can be here for the long term. Their president, y'all, slash CEO, Greg Bibb, he's going to have to continue to add to this roster, man, because, again, injuries are going to happen, but we saw this year, unfortunately, the Dallas Wings did not have the depth on their team to kind of overcome those injuries. So hopefully he can add some more depth to this team, make this roster better. Because if he's able to do that, y'all, I mean, the Dallas Wings should be a very competitive team next year. I mean, you could potentially have Enrique, Satu, Paige, Kalani Brown, J.C. Sheldon, Tierra McCowan, Maddie Seegers. I mean, Jalen Brown. They will have a really good young core, y'all, to build around, and that would be great for them. I don't know what kind of coach they would be looking for. I don't know if they want somebody, that has a ton of experience, or maybe they kind of want a coach that's new, that doesn't have any experience at all. We shall see, y'all. But all I know is this, man. It's time for the Dallas Wings to find their head coach that can be here for years and years and years to come. Because, again, man, if they're not able to do that, y'all, I'm telling you, and if this roster continues to suffer as well, I'm telling you, Enrique Gumawale is going to walk out. I know she loves being a Dallas Wing, but I'm telling y'all, at the end of the day, when you're a superstar player, man, if you don't feel like the general manager, the president, he or she is doing enough to give you a really good head coach, and you don't feel like he or she is doing enough to put a really good roster around you, or eventually you're going to get fed up, y'all. But hopefully it does not come to that. And Greg Bibb, he's able to put the pieces together to this team to make them a very competitive team next year. And he's able to give Enrique Gumawale a really good coach moving forward, y'all. So there you have it. That was another episode of ZayMoolah Sports Podcast. Remember, y'all, labs good message or what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm gonna end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.